Imagine you are the child of one of the richest men to ever walk the earth. You grew up watching your father build an empire that, if it were a country, would have a GDP larger than many European nations. The logical expectation is that one day you will inherit a colossal slice of that mountain of gold and never have to lift a finger again. But on a Sunday morning, your father sits down with you and says, "I'm going to donate 99% of everything I have to strangers. For you, I'm going to leave just enough so that you feel you can do anything, but not so much that you feel you don't need to do anything." This is the reality for Warren Buffett's children. In a world where family dynasties fight to keep money in the blood, the Oracle of Omaha decided to break the biggest unwritten rule of the global elite. He isn't just donating money. He is making a declaration of war against financial aristocracy. Why does a man who spent 70 years accumulating capital believe that the greatest legacy he can leave is, in fact, the absence of billions? Today, we explore Buffett's radical philosophy on succession, the impact of the giving pledge, and why he believes massive inheritance are actually a golden curse for the next generation. If you received $1 billion today, would you keep working at what you do? Or would you lose your purpose? The answer to that question is what separates wealth builders from mere heirs. Warren Buffett has a unique vision of what money does to the human soul, and understanding this is the first step toward creating your own independence. If you want to master the psychology of success and understand how the great masters think, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This is episode 8, The End of Dynasties. In 2006, Warren Buffett sent a letter that sent shockwaves through Wall Street and philanthropic foundations worldwide. He announced that he would begin gradually transferring 99% of his fortune to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and other family foundations. But he didn't stop there. Along with Bill Gates, he created the Giving Pledge, a public commitment where billionaires promised to donate at least half of their wealth during their lifetime or in their will. The conversation that gave rise to this happened at a private dinner, where Buffett and Gates discussed how excess capital accumulated in the hands of a few families could stifle global innovation. For Buffett, accumulating $100 billion and taking it to the grave makes neither mathematical nor moral sense. He describes his fortune as a set of claim checks on world resources that he will never use. He chose to donate while still alive to ensure that the capital is allocated with the same efficiency he used to earn it. Buffett has a famous phrase that serves as a compass for wealthy parents worldwide. Leave your children enough so they can do anything, but not so much that they can do nothing. But what does this mean in practice? He left his 3 children, Susan, Howard, and Peter, about $2 billion each in their respective charitable foundations, but only a comparatively tiny fraction in direct personal cash. He believes that giving a young person an immense fortune before they have built something of their own is the equivalent of giving an athlete an Olympic gold medal without them having to train. This destroys what Buffett calls the creative impulse. If you are born at the finish line, what is the incentive to run? Buffett observed that many children of his billionaire friends became members of the Lucky Sperm Club, living lives of boredom, excess, and lack of meaning, simply because the challenge of survival was removed at birth. Many critics say it's easy to talk about not leaving an inheritance when you're a billionaire. But how did this affect Warren's children in practice? The answer is the greatest proof of his theory. Susan Buffett, the eldest daughter, became a philanthropist dedicated to early childhood education and social well-being in Omaha. She does not live in the ostentatious luxury of an heiress. She lives as an active citizen using capital to solve real problems. Howard Buffett, the middle son, is a fascinating case. He is a farmer and conservationist, Howard once stated that he never received a free cent from his father for his agricultural businesses. He had to prove the viability of his farming projects. Today, his foundation is one of the largest in the world fighting food insecurity. Peter Buffett, the youngest, pursued a career as a musician and composer. He recalls that when he wanted to buy his first studio, his father didn't give him the money. He had to take out a loan and prove his music had a market. The result? They are all fulfilled adults, emotionally stable, and respected for their own merits, not their father's bank balance. Buffett often uses the metaphor of an Olympic team in 2024, formed only by the children of the 2000 medalists. He asks, would we choose our Olympic team based only on who the athlete's parents are? Of course not. So why would we choose who controls the resources of our economy based only on DNA? He sees dynastic inheritance as a flaw in the meritocratic system. For Buffett, capitalism only works if there is equality of opportunity. When massive fortunes are passed down without effort, a new class of aristocrats is created who don't need to be efficient or innovative. By donating 99% of his fortune, Buffett is ensuring his descendants have to prove their worth in the real market, protecting them from the apathy that easy money invariably brings. To understand Buffett's concern, one only needs to look back. History is full of families like the Vanderbilts. In the 19th century, Cornelius Vanderbilt was the richest man in the United States. However, in less than 100 years, the fortune was so diluted and wasted by heirs focused on consumption and status that at a family reunion in the 1970s, there wasn't a single millionaire left among the descendants. Buffett studied these cases and concluded that money without the education to manage it is a volatile resource. By donating the fortune to professional foundations, he ensures the money keeps working for society instead of being pulverized into yachts and parties by generations who don't understand the value of the sweat behind every dollar. He is breaking the cycle of wealth in the first generation, luxury in the second, and poverty in the third. The technical lesson here is the principle of diminishing marginal utility. For Buffett, the pleasure and satisfaction that money brings come from the achievement, not passive possession. He argues that inherited money often acts as a depressant of motivation. When an heir receives a free entrance ticket to life, they lose the opportunity to develop the resilience that comes from failure and the self-esteem that comes from earned success. His children confirm this view. Peter Buffett wrote that the greatest inheritance he received from his father was not the money, but the values of ethical work and the freedom to follow his own passion. Buffett gave them something money can't buy: the right to fail and the need to get back up. This is what he calls strengthening the decision-making muscle. Buffett does not donate randomly. He applies the same value investing principles to charity. He annually donates slices of his Berkshire Hathaway Class B shares. Why not all at once? Because he believes Berkshire Hathaway continues to grow at a rate higher than inflation. By donating annually, he ensures the total value of the donation is much larger in the long run. Furthermore, he chooses foundations that have clear performance metrics. He trusts the engineer's mindset. How many dollars are needed to eradicate a disease? What is the cost per life saved? Buffett demands efficiency. He doesn't just want to feel good. He wants measurable results. This teaches the investor that generosity must be just as strategic as capital accumulation. Buffett's philanthropy is essentially an asset allocation for the benefit of humanity. Buffett's stance is seen by many other billionaires as a betrayal of their class. Many believe the ultimate goal of accumulating wealth is to establish the family name for centuries, creating foundations that serve only to maintain political or social control. Buffett, however, thinks this is a dangerous selfishness that blocks social mobility. He argues that society allowed him to become rich through the legal system, open markets, and social peace. Therefore, society is the majority shareholder of his fortune, not his children. This vision challenges the concept of absolute private property. Buffett sees himself as a temporary custodian. When you don't feel like the owner of the money, but rather an administrator, donating it becomes the only logical conclusion. You may not have billions, but Buffett's lesson applies to any level of wealth. What are you teaching your children about money? Buffett suggests the best investment a parent can make is in education and values, not stuffed bank accounts. The goal should be to create independent individuals who see money as a tool, not a crutch. Leave legacies that empower, not paralyze. Teach the value of compound interest, but also the value of a day's work. Your children's financial independence should be built by their own ability, not just by your posthumous generosity. What happens to Berkshire Hathaway when Warren passes away and 99% of the shares are donated? He has already planned every detail to avoid chaos. The shares will be converted and distributed gradually over years to avoid a shock to the market. He has ensured the company has a culture so strong that it can survive without his physical presence and, crucially, without his family's dynastic control. He proved that a company can be managed professionally based on merit, ensuring Berkshire remains a value-generating machine for all shareholders. In the end, Warren Buffett will be remembered not for the stocks he bought, but for the shares he donated. He is redesigning the American dream for the 21st century, where success is measured by contribution, not accumulation. He shows us that the true measure of a successful man is not how much he can hold on to, but how much he has the courage to let go. His children are living proof that his theory works. They are productive and happy citizens because they never had the crutch of an infinite fortune to lean on. Warren Buffett gave them the greatest gift of all, the need to be someone on their own. The promise to donate 99% of his fortune is his final and most important investment, an investment in the dignity of human effort. Warren Buffett's greatest legacy isn't the money. It's the example that purpose outweighs possession. He challenges us to ask, what are we accumulating, and for what? If even the Oracle of Omaha believes excess wealth can be a poison, maybe it's time to rethink our own relationship with the future. In the next episode, we'll analyze Buffett's simplest habit that anyone can copy today to change their financial situation in 12 months. If this video made you rethink your family's future, leave a like and comment. Independent Mind. Subscribe and turn on notifications to keep learning from the master. Remember, money is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. Until the next story of value.